Mike, make me laugh. Welcome back to the channel. Look, today video we'll be getting into PTSD. Listen, it's a lot of veterans that go through PTSD. So I just want to shed the light on it and let's talk about it. Let's get into the video. Let's go.
I'm telling y'all chasing those deployments, you might lose something. Let me bring awareness to PTSD. One day I had an episode where I was driving to work and I, bumped the music and I heard my daughter say, "Dad," kind of like it was an emergency. Like, I don't know, she was scared. But there's nobody in the car with me. And I look to the right and I'm looking at my car and I look to the right and there's like a construction site going on. Mind thinking, some kidnapped my daughter. I get out of my car. It was like in a residential area too. I'm saying Arienmalik. I'm screaming Orion, my daughter's name. The guy behind me in the car gets out. He said, "Hey man, everything okay?" I said, "Yeah, man. I heard my daughter call my name." And he said, "Oh shit." And at that moment, I realized, shit, I'm having an episode. When I have an episode, I do this thing called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I close my eyes, count to 5, and I try to hear 4 different, noises, and I try to feel 3 different things, and I try to smell 3 different scents. If I get to 1, and I still in that sunken place, I reset, go back to 5 and start over. Well, I'm in traffic, so I get back in the car and I rush straight to my daughter's school. And I say, "Hey man, is my daughter here attendance?" And they're like, "Yeah." She checks, I'm like, "I need to see her." They're like, "Are they okay?" I say, yeah, I need to see her. Trying to keep it composed. She comes out and I do a whole relationship report. I'm touching her like, "Hey, Ryan, did anybody touch you? Did anybody say anything to you?" Because I'm crazy. Dad, I'm good. She go back to her class. I go back to my car and I started crying. One of the symptoms of PTSD is your fight or flight is off. So in a calm environment, if a balloon pops, you will react like it's life or death when it's really just a chill job. And you can't help it. It's in your mind. So I'm in the car. I have already seen her, touched her, but my mind's saying she kidnapped. And oh my God. A lot of people have episodes way worse than mine. I know I met a guy who was doing like this veterans thing, and he talked about, I think his wife screamed and it triggered him, and he got on all his helmet, ACH and vest and ran outside. And I'm like, yo. And his wife had to tell him, "Hey, 5, 4, hey, you have an episode, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So all I'm saying is, man, don't look at me and think that people deployed, they ain't going through some shit. I'm telling y'all chasing those deployments, you might lose something. That's just real, man. I pray for anybody going through that, man. Remember that, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Be safe out there.
It sucks that he got to go through that. I knew a couple people like that in the military also. From how he describing it, they didn't have like episodes like that. They'll probably get mad and want to fight or something. Want to be aggressive, but not to the point where they snap and they gotta calm themselves down. But mental health is real, y'all. Y'all check on y'all battle. There's a lot of stuff that's going on with a person mentally and physically to the point where some people might just take it there. And that's just, I'm saying, not just even just like, not just saying suicide. I'm just saying just take it there in general. Um, so yeah, check on y'all battle. PTSD is real. Let's continue the video.
Hey, so I had a thought, and I think it's something that a lot of veterans struggle with. You are essentially force-fed, for the best reasons, that you are not an individual when you are in the military, right? You're a unit, you're a platoon, you are all these things. And being alone is not really a thing, right? It's not how the military operates. And then when you get out, you are alone. There's no one telling you where to be, what to do, what to wear. All these things that might seem really, really trivial. But when you really get a minute to sit with it, being alone, one, is super uncomfortable, right? It leads to all this stuff, right? And then at the same time, you seek isolation. It's like your go-to, because you're not going to meet many people who understand that kind of mentality. Yeah, so it's super isolating. And then all of these, people that you did all these crazy things with when you were in the military are gone. You're You're just hanging out by yourself. And I think that's something that is just, you know, part of this whole mental health game, is that we want to be alone and we have no idea how to be alone. So, just a little thought there.
Yo, I felt everything she was saying. Every last thing she was saying. You want to be around your battles, you want to be around company, but you also seek to be by yourself. It's a lot. Mental health, listen, man, it's different once you get out of the military. You know, the realest thing a person told me while I was in the military, and I didn't like it, but it was the realest thing he said. He was like, man, once we leave out of this duty station, we will never see each other again. And I was like, dang. And, you know, granted, we linked up a couple times before. We still talk here and there. It's like every blue moon. We'll check up on each other. But that was the realest conversation I ever had. When you sit back and think, you spent 15, 20 years in the military, you gain this sense of like brotherhood, family. But once you get out, it's not nothing.
Can someone tell me how do I explain this to the VA in a way for them to understand? And maybe I need to explain it to them just like that. MST. I just put in my claim last night, and the majority of things I claim were secondary to MST. If you know what that is, don't worry about it. Whenever I'm literally sitting in my car panicking, and I'm like trying to breathe, and it's like an everyday thing ever since that thing happened. Whenever someone's been close to me for too long, especially if it's a stranger, or someone's staring at me for too long, or when I walk into a room, I have this like my heart drop feeling of like, oh, this is gonna happen again, or this person is gonna kill you, or I feel like the person that caused the whole thing to me, I feel like is gonna send somebody else to kill me. I seriously, ever since this whole situation, it's been 2 years now, I walk outside, I am scared for my life.
And that's a different type of PTSD right there. It's similar. Everything is still like mental health is just a cluster of different things. Like it could be environment, it could be sexual assault, it could be MST in her situation, it could be trauma, it could be physical trauma, it could just be a whole lot of different things where what we take on affects us, and not just only us, it affects everybody else that's around us. So man, I feel for every last person in this video. We still got more people. Also, everybody that's I'm shedding light on today will also be in the description. So go show them some love also.
I went through a really dark time when I got out of the Marine Corps. It took me years, and I finally found my way out of the dark though. So Marines never really get out of the Corps. The battlefield just moves on us. It moves from outside your body to inside your mind, okay? Now, when we get home, we don't like to talk about it, but we all feel it, all right? You're scanning every room you're in. You sit with your back to the wall. You can't sleep because your brain's still on watch. You get angry fast. You don't trust anyone. And, you know, the fire that used to keep you alive is now burning holes in all your relationships, right? The good news, though, is that you're not a complete failure and you're not a disgrace. You're battle tested and you're trained to be a certain way. But you never got trained for anything after the Corps, so now you got to retrain yourself. So what worked for me is when you can't sleep, build a routine. All right, when you're angry, go work out. When you start to feel numb, call one of your brothers. No bullshit, just real talk. And when you feel guilty for just being alive, do something that honors the ones that didn't come home with you. All right, you got to keep going no matter what. Share this video with someone who served and leave your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, save, simplify.
Yo, I love it. Even though we all go through something, he still He's still saying push, keep fighting. It's not over. You got a lot to live for. You guys, y'all got a lot to live for. For the veterans that's looking at this video right now, think to yourself, look how far you came. Look where you came from and look where you at right now. Really just let that resonate and just be like, dang, I've been through so much and I overcame so much that I can't just stop here. So for everybody that's dealing with mental health issues, PTSD, anxiety, MST, sexual assault, even the physical symptoms that we go through, migraines, all different type of things, anxiety, like just different type of things that we go through on an everyday basis. It's okay. Take a moment, breathe, and guys, it's gonna be all right. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and send me more videos like this to react to. It's your guy, Mike. Make me laugh. See you in the next video. Peace.